What up, Day? What's up, my guy? We are in the week 26, and and we're recording on time, so you know, whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess Saquon and AP both wore 26. I had to look it up. I'm like, bro, I don't know nobody wore 26. Rod Wilson, I remember. I thought it was 36. Nobody keeping a bean with you. Anyway, word of the day is sagacious. And the word sagacious describes someone that is good at making tough or difficult decisions. So, do with that information what you will, gang. Oh, I'm turning this camera on something. My bad. Self. Whatever. We're going to leave it like that. We're no working out. Actually, no, I did. Today is the 2nd of Julio. So I did get one in because I'm like, you know what? I done got all the way lazy, all the way out of shape, and just always focus on money, working, and that's it. I'm done with the excuses. Lock into it. So I did. I got one spin last night on the first. So, because when I reviewed the video last year, like leading up to or like and shortly after the whole Ozempic 2.0 thing where they tried to get me on there and I got offended, I locked in. I had, I think, like three weeks where I did everything I was supposed to do, working, spinning, even working out with the weights or whatever. So it's like, nah, that motivated me. And interestingly enough, I came across a post. Nah, that's gonna piss me off. Hold on, I gotta, come on, push up for me, baby. A little bit, just a little bit. Hang on. Look. Alright, that should be. Nope, I turned it. Whatever, you know what? I'm gonna mess around and beat on. I ain't finna sound my wreck because mess around speaks up into existence. Is that better? Sort of, kind of, not really. Whatever. Again, don't nobody watch it with me, my little 2 subscribers sometimes. But I'm talking about the working out. Y'all got stop BS. I'm done with that. I'm pissing myself off. So, like I said, I did a spin last night or whatever. Sweated like a gutted pig, but it felt good. Like, I don't know. Oh, that's what I was saying. I saw a post, and it was this big, overly strong dude. You can tell he had like pictures of when he was younger. He like got it, probably like, if he ain't 300, he at least in the upper 2s or whatever, like high 2s, 270, 290, somewhere up there. And he has more, you know, what you would say like a mixture of, you can tell he was an athlete, but it's like what some women who like bigger guys, your grown man weight or whatever, when he was younger. I think he did bodybuilding. Yeah, no, I don't think. He posted videos of his bodybuilding competition, so there's like tapered waist, and it looked like he may have been a natural bodybuilder. Like he didn't have I forgot what they call the gut, but like the ones that be on steroids or whatever, and they have like a bloat. It's hard to describe. It's like bloat. It's still muscle there, but it's nowhere near as much definition in their abdomen as it would be everywhere else. So like shoulders, striations, veins, legs, striations, veins, whatever. They don't even have like, there's no butt fat. Like you can see muscles that you don't see in a normal person's butt. Definition, cuts, like muscle everywhere, but in their stomach, it's not that same definition because that's what I've heard people say. That's the steroid gut. That's what it does. It just pokes it out, whatever. So not fat, but like again, not as defined and cut up as the rest of their body would be, which they say is a clear indicator of steroid use. But anyway, he didn't have that gut or whatever, so I think he was natural. But on one of his posts, it said, man to man, get in your prime one more time before it's too late. And that resonated with me. Like, I've been, even before these videos, I know, I think it might have been like 2020, it might have been 2020 or 2021. But it was I used to look up to this dude, like, as far as physique goes and celebrities or whatever. I was in a pretty good physique. LL Cool J, Ladies Little Cool James. He was in some movement, like cut up or whatever, like rip, you know, typically in pretty good shape or whatever. And my sister-in-law, who was watching, I was like, I used to look like that. I was like, in a year, I'm gonna be back like that, watch. And she was like, yeah, all right, we'll see. Never got even close to it, nowhere near. And it was like, I've been saying this, get back in shape for as long as I can remember again. I used to, you know, pretty decent athlete or whatever. I could get on that rim, as they say, and jump, because I played basketball a lot growing up, which I don't do. And even when I have consistent, I ain't been nowhere near dunking. I haven't dunked in, I want to say 11 years, if not 12. I started that job in 2015. I'm going to say 12, yes, it's 2014. It's the last time I know for sure I recall on a 10-foot goal I banged something. That's a long time. Like, just, and again, I've been in shape, but I ain't been able to do that, and that's been something that I wanted to do. But still, just like, I'm getting in shape, like how I was, you know, reference 2012, because that was like peak. I was grown man weight and chopped up or whatever. So I don't know, that motivated me. So it's like, nah, no excuses. That's like back in July to forever. Let's stop getting off track. You got all this workout equipment, you have all the things, and you just don't. And I'm not don't no more. I'm done don't. So I gotta spin and I'm gonna stay consistent. So like I said, that was the working out. There was or wasn't. Work, yeah, I had to wait. Work, I actually got, like I say, there was, no, I don't remember if I said that in 25 or not. But pretty much it was like, yo, you gotta tighten up, you gotta improve to 100%, whatever. And I took the initiative because I didn't feel like I had to, I don't feel like I don't have the greatest relationship with my manager. Not like that is strained or nothing like that, but we just haven't interacted a lot. It would be, you know, very, hey, everything is via message. It hasn't been a sit down, come shake your hand, let's talk. We had that like once, and I don't know, I felt like he had his own work to get back to, and so it was like, let me knock this out real quick, whatever. Again, nothing on him, just, you know, he locked in on work, very professional. So that's what it felt like or whatever. And we haven't had many interactions since then. So since I got that, hey, you got to get on point. You ain't, you know, meeting the metrics or whatever. Still not the one-on-one yet, and we are back in office because last week or this week for 26 we weren't in office or whatever. We got to work from home because they did some renovations and moved us. But it's like, all right, it's Thursday now. Let me go ahead and, hey, can we wrap and sit down so I plan on making a list of, hey, these are the things right here that I'm going to adopt. And he said that was cool. So I just hadn't done it yet. If he's there today, then I'll try to, you know, sit down and rap with him today. So other than that, though, like I said, as far as my speed, I feel a lot better with that. And even with the efficiency, like I was still sitting at upper 90 percentile as far as the things that, the ones that, you know, oh, this was right, or like I said, it was one thing, oh, you missed this, or I would have put that, or whatever. Versus like when I started, it was like, hey man, change all this, delete all that. I ain't had to do that. So, you know, I'm gonna take the good with the bad and focus on the wins instead of improve the losses, but focus on the wins. So that's been work. Like I said, it's been pretty smooth or whatever. It's coming to me more natural. I feel more comfortable and confident in it. Again, not as, I enjoy numbers and math, and there's not, it's funny, I was talking to a coworker who started when I did as well. He was like, yeah, there's like no math at all whatsoever. And I'm like, yeah. So the job I was doing in compliance was more like, definitely not accounting, but I mean, it was compliance. So I would say, and I've never done auditing, but I would think more in the auditing space because I'm making sure that somebody did something correctly or whatever. So I'll look into that moving forward, like auditing positions or something that I know is dealing more directly with math. It makes me happier. Like I say, investigations is cool, but it focuses more on reading, which reading is cool, and pretty much creating a narrative and writing. And I'm more math focused and intensive than writing. Like grammar and putting information, great. Everything else, yeah, ain't never been my strong suit, and I ain't never really worked on fixing it. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. That's that. What else? Oh, what is that? Will work. And then what else we got? We have Oh, jobs, man. Solid week, my guy. Solid week. We left it all on the field, the floors, they would say. So let me see. Make sure I don't mix up no days. Just a second now. So 25th to the 1st. So we had, oh my God, this here. Ha! Ticked me off. So I spoke, this was in April, because it was right before I started the job I'm working now. And there was a business, actually I'm about to pass it right now, matter of fact, or the street that is on. I had put together 3 of these like breakfast hutch things with the little refrigerator in it, so you can put like snacks and stuff like that. I put 3 of those together for them. I put together a table and 18 chairs, and I feel like it was one more thing. So later reached back out, hey, we got a couple things, nothing as complicated as before, whatever. We need our signs mounted and some shelves. I'm like, trying to, because I still don't have like a boom, this is what I charge. But I'll get to that actually. Yeah, no, that's for this week. So that'll be my last shout. I'll get to it in a second. So I was like, all right, this is what I charge. Okay, that's cool. So at one office, they have 2 offices. One office, one we just pass on the north side, shelves and the sign. South side office, just the sign. So of course, the way I got it split, I'm making more money at the office with the shelves and the sign than I am at the one with the sign. But I'm like, all right, cool, it's still good. I can knock both of them out in one day, run over here to the south side. This ain't gonna take but about 10 minutes. Smooth. So first one, knock out the shelves. All right, I'm ready for the sign. Well, actually the room where they're doing it at, they're doing the training. So can you like wait for a minute? I wait for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Finally get in there. Again, take me 10 minutes. Zip, 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 4 zip, zips. Sign is up. Run over to the south side. Fighting traffic because like 30 something minutes away. Get there, the lady left early. Didn't tell nobody where the sign is. Matter of fact, no, the sign is there. They don't know where she wants it. So I done drove over here for nothing. Great, awesome. That's what I want to do with my day. So that goes by. I'm like, all right, I want to say that was Friday. So I was like, all right, smooth. I come back on Monday. All right, so Monday comes. Trash day. Monday, I get a freaking flat. So I'm like, oh my God. Change the flat. Run down here real quick. The sign is there. The lady done told them where she wanted it. Guess what? Now at the north side office, me and the lady, I'm gonna call her Tip. Me and Tip, we on point. Tip always got everything together. I don't know the other lady. I ain't saying nothing about it, but my experiences with you, she ain't as on point as Tip is. Get back over there. She done took the sign out. She don't know what she did with the anchors and the screws and the stuff to mount it to the wall. So I reach out to the lady who's up in like the Raleigh area who scheduled it, and I'm like, hey, she don't got the anchors and the studs. Where are they? She called. She said she might have threw them away. Cool. I'm not trying to come back over here because I done came twice, and I'm not charging you. I should be charging you a fee for me to come because I'm traveling. And again, it's not close. It's like 20-something, 30 minutes from me, and sometimes I'm coming from further away than that. And it's already, like I said, it was cool to come over here and knock it out with what I was getting paid from the whole thing, both jobs. But from just this side, nah, lady, this ain't it. So, yep, she forgot it. I'll just call you back. I'm gonna order another one. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to come back over here. I'll go to Home Depot or Lowe's, just grab some and do. Yeah, but I wanted it to be uniform. You think somebody gonna pay attention to these freaking screws? So I'm really on the fence. I don't know about that. I might have to let that one go or whatever. And I don't want to mess it up because it is a business and we do have an ongoing relationship. But I'm not finna be coming back over here and you're not paying me. Like at this one, I go back a 3rd time, I'm literally not making no money. It's just gas, you know what I'm saying? No, and you laughing about it, that's just rubbing me the wrong way. Like, you're not respecting my time. I've been over here twice, you're talking about coming back a 3rd time. Each time at the fault of you all. Nothing I did wrong. Nah, gang, that's not okay. So, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out. So I did that. This was the speech therapist office that I went to with my oldest. She reached back out. So that was on Sunday. Went over there, had 2 other adjustable desks that raise and go down. 2 of those to knock out, boom, killed those, did fine with that. And a mini trampoline, knocked that out, and put up a small painting. She had another one, but I switched, I ended up buying, I'm not sure if I said that last time, I ended up buying me a new tool bag, and I do like it. It got more space, but you have to have, like, versus the boxes, it's just like open, middle, and they would typically have like a tray for the top, and then the bottom, and I just throw like all the heavy stuff in the bottom. There's more space and like whatever to organize the bag, but there's not like just that open bottom where I would just have loose screws and stuff like that, which I shouldn't have had anyway. I just needed an organizer, or I may end up getting another bag as well, or just something small. No, I'm just gonna get an organizer, something like to organize small screws and stuff like that, so they're not just loose and I'm looking for them in the bottom. No, they go in a specific place. This is where they are. I know where they are, and I could just get to them like that. Screws, washers, nuts, bolts, all that stuff. So, but I know I got 2 adjustable desks, mini trampoline, and she has a bigger painting that I got to go back and mount. Again, I ran out of anchors. I didn't have anchors, and I think she had some, but the one she had I don't like. Or I'm gonna say this. They're like the ones where you push them and then twist them or whatever, so you like do it with your hand. And I didn't have the most experience, the greatest. I ain't gonna say the most. I didn't have the greatest experience with those. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't wanna do that. So I was like, I'll come back and I just do this one when I come back, when I got, I get the ones that I want. But I'm not finna say where I messed up at. But play F up sometime. You know what I'm saying? Next Friday after next, whichever one it is. I think it's next Friday. So I figured out actually in the job I did last night. I actually looked at the instructions. I'm gonna say that those anchors come with instructions. I think I normally don't look at them. I just overconfident and think I know everything, and I was just doing it my way. And I don't like these. No. You doing it wrong, fool. When you do it right, they work perfect. So I used those last night. So actually, when I go back, if she had, I only gotta bring no anchors. I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell her I know what I'm doing now, but I'm like, nah, those anchors fine. I got it. Whatever. So that was that. With that job, she's satisfied. She has 2 storages, like little storage space organizers or whatever that she ordered, like file cabinets. I gotta go and do those actually today and put that bigger painting up. So we're getting it all knocked out. So that was that. And I spoke about this guy before. He had a new house. This is when I lost my last water bottle, and I had my youngest with me. We went to his house, knocked out. I went 3 times actually, twice. This is my 3rd time going. First time I did 3 queen beds. Second time I did like a bunch of dressers and stuff like that. This last time he just had like 4 dining chairs that he had ordered, and he had reached out to me before about like paintings and stuff like that. But again, mountain, I don't have set prices. So fortunately enough for him, I'm not even gonna say unfortunate for me. Fortunately enough, he knew somebody that was like, oh no, that's something I can do. It was a lady that he knew, and so she knocked those out. And he had a mirror too, so I made some pretty good money. But again, I do pretty good, making the money that I make, so it was fine. But he was like, I was like, I still want to support my man's business, so I get you to do the chairs. I'm like, that's cool. So I thought that this was another way out, but whatever. You learn something new every day. I knocked out the chairs. We said we wrapped, and we always cut up and have a good time, man. Like we just was sitting there rapping or whatever. He told me about some stuff he had going on, so hope he come out good on the other side of that. But he a little worried or whatever. He'll be all right. He's solid. So knocked that out. What else we had? See, people playing in my face, but it came back anyway. See, because I didn't expect yesterday. I be putting the ball in people's court and seeing who they are. Now, I ain't gonna talk about this lady. She's still a solid client, but she knows she messed up for this last one. But whatever. Man, it's funny. Like I said, looking back and seeing, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of my 5 clients for this week was returning clients, bro. I just looked at that. That's so, man, that just made me a little emotional. Like, I'm doing solid business and people really rock with me and be, hey man, y'all almost everybody from that week was somebody I did something for before. A month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And actually, I had another one. Oh no, I thought I missed it. I had another one reach out, but this will be for next week. That, hey, you did this, that, and the third. I told you we're gonna have this other stuff. Can you knock this out? So like, again, man, like I said, whenever I look back, and I had this happen. This was part of this week too, or whatever. I was speaking, or I'm pretty sure I've referenced this before, but I've had people, like I say, some people that know me since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. You done know me for a very long time, known about how, this business at the start, or I know that a bunch of people don't, it's a very short list of people that know me well. Those people know they know me well, and they'll admit I know you, but I know everything about you. It's interesting because the people that think they know me will be like, oh no, I know him. That's my cousin, brother, home. That's my partner. I know him, and they don't know me at all in comparison to the people that do. So it's just interesting or whatever. But I've been sharing, like with people again, like, my excitement, my gratitude, how appreciative I am, how much it's grown. And I'm telling them like the shock and awe and appreciation that I have. And it's literally, like I said, been misinterpreted as, oh yeah, you bragging. It's like, so like I say, it took away some of my wanting to share with some of my more entrepreneurial clients that I shared that with, like, they really put a damper on, like, they're not seeing it as how I'm saying it. I'm telling you, like, yo, I'm so thankful. Hey man, last year, like I say, I was on Father's Day when I went to help the lady that my partner Credit put me on. Client, I'm gonna start saying client because I be feeling like I had to clarify that I'm not talking romantic interest, but the client that Credit put me on, I was telling her about this phone. I have 2 phones, and I remember first getting my business phone, knowing that I hardly have any clients or whatever. Because I had cars, whether I had my cars or not at the time. Like, I keep checking the phone literally every day, knowing I ain't even got the number out yet. You know what I'm saying? Or like I don't have anybody supposed to be calling this phone yet, but I'm still so eager and was anticipating it so much that I'm still checking the phone every day. Like, somebody, no bro, ain't nobody called or text you, nobody got this number yet. Or, when I pass on my business cards. If I walk away from the phones, I come back and check my business phone before I check my personal phone. Did anybody call yet? No, dude, like, it's gonna come. And I was telling her on Father's Day, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I get annoyed by this phone. This phone ring or get more, my what we say, my phone dry, my personal phone dry. Like, don't nobody hit me on that, and that's fine. So I actually get hit up now, and sometimes it's like, man, I want the phone to stop ringing. Don't stop ringing. She was like, hey, you better remember, you appreciated it. This is what you wanted. You got what you wanted now. Don't. And I was like, for sure, like, no, keep the money in the business growing and coming in for sure. But it's just like I said, looking back, like, I used to be sitting, check the phone. No, bro, ain't nobody hit you yet. Chill out. And now it's like, it done been some weeks where I could probably go back and look, and every day that week, somebody either call. I know I've worked 7 days a week. Like I said, even with the month of June, I got time. Let me see. It's 30 days in June. 1, 2. I'm looking and counting, bro. I might have not worked my business, like, I'm gonna say 10 days. I know it's at least 20 days in there. 10 days. And some of them days was 2 jobs in one. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, life done improve, and this thing really took off. I'm appreciative. And again, I work full time. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm appreciative, man. But like I said, people were misinterpreting that, and that really rubbed me the wrong way. And they were like, look, man, you can't take everybody with you, or don't let them, dim your light on, wanting to share. You just got to share with the right people. So, like, and that's not taking that from them. That's not taking that from the relationship. They still my people, but in that regard, to keep my spirits high or whatever. Because again, it's not like, they telling me something that I need to hear that I don't want to hear. No, bro, you're just not, and you can't control how people react. But that's a negative reaction I just don't need. You know what I'm saying? And I can deal with constructive criticism, or if it was necessary. This almost like just, I'm not gonna say hate, and I don't feel it's hating, but it's definitely not positive. And if I ain't got no problem, like say, having negative or tough conversations, but this energy it almost feel like hating. Like I said, I'm not gonna say it's hating, but whatever it is, I don't want it, I don't need it. So yeah, I'm good. I just share with the people, as far as the growth of my gratitude, I share with the people who I need to share it with, and there's some people I just don't need to talk about that with, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? So I had that job. Oh yeah, I was saying, with the young lady who returned, I got caught up. I did a bed for her. I did a bed, I did a patio set, and a vanity for her young daughter. And I told her before her daughter started sleeping in the bed, because they didn't have all the right screws, like, hey, reach back out to me. Don't put that baby in that bed. I want to make sure this thing is 100% right. I don't want nobody baby falling. She's like, okay. So she reached back out. Hey, me get the bed, whatever. Can you come back? I'm like, yep. So I came back, and what it is in the frame, some of the holes for the screws or whatever are stripped. So like I can't take the screw out, and so I can't put a new one in there to tighten it. And then when I could get some of the stripped ones out, the hole is just turning. I can't keep it in place to tighten it. So I'm like, I could need a new bed. She was like, yeah, I thought that anyway. It's fine. So I got it a little tighter, but not to my standard or satisfaction. Bed shouldn't be wobbly. So I don't know. So I had that, and she had a little easel for her like to paint or draw or whatever, and I put that together. So I did that. And last but not least, I had a patio set. I knocked the patio. Yeah, I had a patio set. And it was funny enough, small world. It was a lady. I'm like, I've been in this neighborhood before. And then as soon as I heard her voice or something, I know this lady. I did Lyft when I was doing Lyft like that. I think last year. I dropped that lady off before. And so she's a Yankee. And I knew that. So when I picked up, I was like, you're not from here, are you? And she was like, nah, stop playing. You know where I'm from. Or whatever. Not even on her, like, she remembered me, but like, just, you hear my voice. You know where I'm from. You know what it is. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, you just catch Lyft a lot? Or do you catch Lyft? She was like, not as much. I finally got me a car or whatever. But yeah, I used to. And I was like, I dropped you off before. She was like, really? I'm like, yep. She's a tall lady. Like, I don't know. She's tall, dark skinned. And I just remember. And she has a very distinct voice. Her voice more than anything. So those three together, I'm like, yep, that's her. And so I was like, yeah, I dropped you off. You was, I think, either just getting the car, working on getting the car, or it was in the shop. And she was like, oh my God, small world. I'm like, exactly. So she ordered a patio set. On the picture she sent, it had two like individual chairs, a couch, and 2 tables. So I priced it, got the price, we agreed, cool. And when I got there, it's just 5 loose chairs, no tables. So I'm like, I don't know if you got the right set. Ain't no tables over here. And I have my oldest with me. I'm like, ain't no tables over here. And I don't see no couch. And she was like, you can't like put the 3, like it's 2 individual chairs. You can't put the 3 together to make the couch. I'm like, she went back and looked. She was like, yeah, no, it's not a couch. They just got the 3 chairs together. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we're done with all the chairs. We finished them up or whatever. But I'm like, no, the table's not in here. And so it was one of those situations where it's gonna come in 2 shipments or whatever. So I was like, just let me know when the tables come in. I'll come knock it out. She's like, all right, that's cool. So she hit me back up. Boom. Went knocked me and my oldest knocked the chairs out. Went back myself after work, knocked the tables out. So she was satisfied. I forgot already what else she said she gonna need me to do, but she gonna need to call me back to do something, put something. Oh, she got an older set, and she wants me to attach the pillows to that. So I was like, okay, like I won't tax for that at all. That's simple, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta go back and I gotta do those. And I normally at least tighten or put a screw or a bolt in her fence, because her fence, a little latch thing fell or whatever because of the bolt. And I don't think she go through it like that. She go through the house, so she didn't even know. But so that was that. And least but not last, again, another returning client. So I had 5 returning clients of my 6 clients this week, man. That's beautiful, bro. And that means I ain't coming out of pocket as much, because with Thumbtack, I pay for leads. I only paid for 1 lead, and that was her. You know what I'm saying? So, the other job, I had 8 shelves to mount. Just shelves or whatever, not crazy. And of course, I didn't have a price for it. So this was the lady I was talking about that was military. My last client, she was military, whatever, and we was just rapping. I had put together a desk and a TV entertainment stand for her. So that was cool. So we sitting there like, she's somebody out, we rap. Like, I thought, me and a fair amount of my clients, like, my personality, you know, like I said, really factors in or whatever, it shines through. As I always say, I'm an ambivert, so I can be the life of the party, I can be a wallflower and not say nothing. Whatever you on, that's what I'm on. So if you talking to me, I talk your head off. It's gonna take a little longer for me to finish the job, because I'm gonna be caught up talking. And I'm animated, you know, if I'm caught up in conversation, it can get animated using my hands and gestures and stuff. And I just get distracted. But if we ain't talking, I get it done faster. Nope, me and her, we talk. So she just had some shelves she needed mounted. Did those. Had to adjust some. And again, I mount shelves. I'm confident they're gonna stay on the wall. We know that I did just pop my cherry with having something fall, and there was a shelf. And I told her like, whatever. But again, it's an asterisk beside the one that fell, because it was a more so me not paying attention. So it's still user errors on me, but it was me rushing versus and not taking my time, not knowing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, because I like to wear a shirt that says I have no clue what I'm doing, and I had constantly like, whoa, wait, what? Like, literally look like, hey, I'm finna. Do I need to call somebody else? And like, nah, it's just I wear it as a joke. We're good. I got you. So, like I said, learn something with mountain chefs doing that job. And like with anything, you get the more you do it, the better you get. So, like I said, even with those anchors I was speaking about, with the painting that I have to go put up today, I learned because hers had instructions, and like I said, I'm not gonna say that those anchors in the past haven't had instructions. Either I didn't understand them or I didn't read them. It didn't click, but I did them with hers, and I was, oh, okay, this is how these go. I got lethal shooter. I understand it now. So put those up, and we were talking because like I didn't have a price. So she was like, I mean, I can look up, you know, on like Thumbtack or apps or whatever to see what they charge. Well, you know, people in my area charge to put up shelves, and everybody had like hourly prices because I'm like, and I was wrong because I was like, oh, that ain't gonna take long. Like it's 8 on, it probably take like an hour, no longer than 2. It took like 4. So like I said, it's more so the measuring, especially of like, if it was someone that was like, I'm on some abstract, just put them wherever, that would be different. But if it's like, no, I have a, you know, specific layout, I want them on the same plane, same level, eyesight, like symmetry and stuff like that, then you're doing more measuring. You're trying to line things up, and that's what, you know, what it was or whatever. So it was that. Then I had like the way the brackets were to connect to these. I literally had it like upside down. So if you have it up, you can do it either way, but if you have it upside down versus, you should know, you can do it either way, but it's better to do it with the bracket up. That will keep it mounted to the wall, and so if the weight goes on the front, it doesn't lean or dip. And I didn't pay attention to that at first, so I got some going up, some going down. Then I see the lean, so I got to go back. Luckily, it's just like snatch it off, unscrew it, screw it back in, whatever. So it was fine, wasn't no major deal, you know what I'm saying? So doing those, then she had some acrylic ones. That was my first time that I recall working with acrylic mounts or whatever. So putting those up, boom, 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 which those are simple. Again, she had eight of those. It was more so making sure everything was aligned and measuring. So she looked up a rate or whatever, and I'm like, nah, that's crazy. I can't believe that. They just be taxing. No, it takes that long, but still, for like, it's still simple. Like, it's not as, you know, complex as putting stuff together. It's a lot simpler, so I get why Uncle feel like doing it. And you tax it. Honestly, you charge more for doing mountain than assembly. So it makes sense, but I like putting stuff together. Mountain is cool or whatever, but I'm not worried at all with assembly. I'm not worried, like I said, I only had one thing for, knock on wood. Out of putting up, let's say I put up between TVs and shelves and stuff, let's say I put up 60 items in a year, right? One thing failed, one shelf. So I don't know what that percentage is, but it's it's in the 90 percentile, I believe. So, you know, I'm good with that or whatever. But like I said, I do have fun getting the before. I like the before and after picture more of your empty space and floor, and then whatever I created being there. So me and her came up with a number. Like I said, it took way longer. And I was like, man, look, I ain't gonna charge you no more than this. Fortunately, she misinterpreted what I said. I didn't even say she misinterpreted. But what I thought we agreed to, she sent some more and a tip on top of that made it definitely worth my time. And so now I know, like, no, I will charge hourly. Because first of all, it's gonna take way longer than I think. But I'll come up with a rate that I feel is fair. Like, nah, it ain't gotta be nothing crazy or whatever. Like, that's not as hard or whatever or challenging as putting furniture together. It's literally just measuring, which I've been doing better. I've been buying tools. I bought another drill bit set to like do I can't think of what you call them bits. So you could like drill holes or whatever. So like for the TVs and stuff, because I had a smaller set. I lost that one, whatever. I don't know what them. I just got the big one. I don't have the 2 smaller ones. So I just went ahead, invest in the business, man. Make life easy on yourself. You got stuff you got to mount. Had to mount that yesterday. Had to mount. I got to mount today. You're gonna be mounting. Go ahead, like I'm climbing. Go ahead and just invest and get what you need. So, boom, got those. Invested that. But my next thing that I'm gonna get is a laser level. Uncle Phil got those again. Uncle Phil do a lot of mounting. That way you're not trying to puzzle and piece and guess, is this the same height? Nope, it's a laser. You make sure the laser lined up. You're going straight across the plane. Everything is gonna be just on the same line, so you put the laser up, it makes a line for you. You put your dots right on the line, everything should be lined up. In theory, is it perfect? No, because I know when we was working at a celebrity house or whatever, he was doing a lot of mountain. And he had the laser, and he like, yeah, but this is off. And I'm like, see, hey, he better than me, because if that laser on, I don't think I would have second guessed it. But he's done way more. If I done did 60 things, and he does more mounting than assembly. He don't like really assemble at all that I know of no more, like very rarely. So if I've done 60 things, he probably done literally done like hundreds, you know what I mean? So he got that. But I'm getting that for sure, because I'm doing more mounting. And like I said, it will save time. It will give you that time back, because I'm not sitting here trying to guess, nope, dot. This is where they going. All I gotta do is measure the width. We good. So pretty solid week, man. Like I said, as far as the work goes, that was that. And again, you know, we always go back to the wait, was there anything extra this week? I got to talk to my baby, to a little bit, my girl, and I'm actually gonna pick her up this weekend. So I'm excited about that. Anything else? Personal? 1, 2. I got to kick it with Clutty. He came through and we rapped or whatever. It was good seeing him. I'm gonna reach out to him probably like next week. So I'll find something random to do where we'll get to just rap. I believe I did poetry. I went to a poetry event. It might have been last week. I think it was last week. If it wasn't, I don't know, whatever. But I think I forgot to speak about it. Those poets were cool, but one of my favorite poets in the city or whatever. It is levels to with anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're bad poets at all, but when I met her, gave her kudos for her poetry, even the poets that were there, you could tell that she's honed the craft and voice inflections, timing, delivery, letting bars hit, metaphor assembly, stuff like that. It's truly an art form and a talent. And like with anything, there's levels to it. And she up there. So like I said, these poets were cool, but it didn't hit like hers did. And so like I said, that's something that I said to a few clients. Like, no, I'm gonna really start prioritizing that the second half of the year, because it's like I say, man, it's July. We're on the second half. That's why I'm talking about locking in, working out, and everything. Really start, you know, getting back to taking care of myself as well and doing things for myself. So, going to more poetry events, or just if I see something I want to do, go do it. I know that if it wasn't this was like two weeks ago, not 3. Me and my partner, DC, was supposed to have went to a concert, but we misinterpreted. When he reached out, he was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna buy your ticket. I'm gonna buy your ticket. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, funny enough, I was gonna buy yours, but since he said he was gonna buy the ticket, I was like, if we do food or anything like that extra, you know, I'll pretty much reimburse and not pay his way. So when we get there a little bit early for the concert. We rap and talking for like 20, 30 minutes. Finally go to the concert. They, all right, get your tickets. Boom, he scanned his, and I'm like, oh, he got mine. I'm like, hey, you get my ticket? He was like, nah. Well, I was confused, because so I left, he left out. We just ended up talking for like 3 or 4 hours or whatever. But I was like, bro, I really, when you said you was getting mine, I was like, I was gonna handle the food and anything else or whatever. So he was like, my bad. I'm like, I know, we solid. But like I said, definitely start prioritizing taking care of myself again. And personal life, that's it, man. That's it that I'm remembering. We always go back to the previous week. So 26, last year was the first week of me just doing my own business. My contract ended early, of course. Or no, it didn't end early. Like I said, when I went back and looked, it said 3 months. They told me 6 months. It said 3. I don't know. It was miscommunication somewhere. Either way, it ended in 3 months. So, cool. And I was excited. Of course, like I say, you know, then when I didn't have a job, I was hoping that business would be as busy as I be now. You know what I'm saying? But just haven't built it all the way up there like that yet. Like I said, now versus, you know, where I think I did like 1 returning client job. I think I had like 3 jobs I said then. Why are you talking about what you think? You got your book right here. Hang on. Let me tell you about this month. 2025, man. July 25. What we had? I was pretty busy that week. Yep. So I don't know if that would have been in there. But my one of my classmates, I had put up a for his people. Oh, yep. I went to my grandma's church. I had the job at my great grandmother's church. Had to put together 65 chairs. I had to grab my older brother and my younger brother, and I had an office job where they staff CNAs or whatever. That was one of my biggest jobs at the time. It was chairs, a bookcase, a desk. Took hours or whatever. So, and what I charged in for all those jobs, ha! Double, if not triple. And that's not, you know what I'm saying, like I just didn't know then. I was just learning and I just was, hey, I gotta take whatever I could get, you know what I'm saying? Now I don't gotta take whatever I can get now. Know my business, I know what it's worth. Hey, this is what I charge. Take it or leave it, no offense, but no, I'm not going down on my prices. This is what it is. So, yeah, man, I had those 3 jobs. I had, like I said, that office job, I had those chairs, and I had the drywall because I had put the closet system back up. So like I say, man, looking back, it's funny. Like I've done multiple closets for people now. Like now I'm, again, mounting stuff, I'm more than confident in that. Like I was super nervous the first time I did the closet, and I tried to use the broken pieces. Didn't know that it was cheaper to just go get a new one versus trying to jimmy rig it or whatever. And I was, I don't know, you know, but no, whoever, when you move into your new apartment, home, whatever, whoever put it up, I'm as confident in me putting it up as it is when you first move in. Like, oh no, it fell, it ain't gonna fall. I mean, no, I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna fall because they got weight limits, you know what I'm saying? It's only gonna hold up to so much. But if you put a reasonable amount on there, whatever it was before, don't put that much because clearly it failed. But if you put a decent amount, it's gonna be fine. I'm confident. Ain't nobody called me back. Knock on. I ain't got no wood here to knock on. But nobody's called me about their closet falling that I put it back up for. You know what I'm saying? So I've done those. Like I said, I did drywall. Even with the, like I said, last night I had to move the shelves. It was like, oh, I want them touching or this, that, and the third. And I had to move them, adjust them. And it was like, hey, I got a little drywall kit at the crib. I can cover those holes. Now I'm not finna sit here and pump fake. I haven't mastered painting. Painting ain't my thing yet. I did it on the lady who I said my partner. The customer my partner put me on, the first one who's my most return client, and we, you know, like feed the less fortunate together now. I did some drywall repair for her. The drywall was okay. I couldn't get the paint right, and I bought paint, but I don't know how to, like, painting isn't my thing. So, you know, getting the colors to match, no, it wasn't perfect. So she just had her brand new apartment too. I felt like crap, but she wasn't tripping. Her apartment came out, they repaired it and painted it, no problem. But I told her, like, hey, if I make a mistake, I ain't got no problem paying for mine. So I told her I would pay for it if they charged her, but she said they didn't. So like I said, man, looking back, it's like, again, I was hoping to be as busy as I was this week for 26. And I wasn't, but again, that just shows, like I say, what I be trying to tell other people is like, bro, I didn't have a job last year, and I needed to be this busy. Now, my bills are covered, so when I'm this busy and all the extra, money's coming in, it's like, bro, I can, whether the kids need something, whether I just, I'm planning a beach trip. Good God Almighty. I don't know, I guess it's because it's July. Hotels, Airbnb, everything up. I said, sheesh. But again, I make it. And I have, a few weeks. We can go the last week or whatever. And I may take a few days and go because I know it's cheaper during the week. We'll see. But take a few days and we go down there like maybe Monday through Wednesday versus Friday, Saturday, Sunday because the rates are different. And I just let the manager know early or whatever and just plan and save, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I'm thankful, man. I can't say that how thankful I am enough. What is that? Oh, that's the one. How thankful I am enough. So, like I said, I was looking back at that. What else did we have? That was mainly it, bro. My biggest concern was the jobs and wanting to be as busy as possible. And I wasn't, and now I'm is. So like I say, man, the growth is there. We're improving, we're doing better. And I'm excited. Like I say, all goes well. I keep my health to see where we are in a year's time. So that's it, gang. That's Saquon Barkley. We're gonna wrap it up. I love you. Be kind to yourself. Remember, all of our goals that we're working on will come overnight, plural with an S. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Ain't no more talk to get to your goals. Remember what you putting in. And in the words of that chump Rio, if you don't work, you don't eat. And if you don't grind, you don't shine. And I'm grinding, baby, like the Clips. All right, boy, I'll holler at you.